Hello, today I'm going to review my diet for the last 2 days. Um, so, in the last 5 6 days, I have not been following my diet due to life events. So basically, I jumped out of my diet into random things through the day. And since those things are hard to log, I didn't add them to Car Manager, which is the application I use to track my macros and my calories and all that. So basically, if we check on Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, and so on, you can see my logging was not very good. So basically, let's go back to yesterday. Yesterday, in a nutshell, I weighted 250 .8 pounds, and today I was like uh, 0.2 pounds lighter, so that's good. Basically, yesterday I ate like 4,000 or 4,400 calories. Well, my small deficit is 3,200 calories. So I went over 1,200 calories over my regular calorie number. Um, and even then, I was like lighter uh, this morning than the previous morning. So I guess I had since I ate out, I probably ate it less than what I needed. Because of that, I didn't gain too much weight from yesterday to today. So basically, my diet is pretty simple, and that's what has been working for me. Basically, I purchase a lot of desmillo or beef. I think it's beef roast or something like that in English. Um, and basically, I purchased like 3 kilos, put it on the instant pot for 2 hours or even more sometimes, and just let it cook. No water, just 3 kilos of meat, 30 grams of salt, which is too much. 30 grams of salt for 3 kilos is too much in the instant pot. I need to try 20 grams next time. Basically, cook it, and then I put it in 5 containers, each one with about the same weight, which comes to about 60 grams of desmillo uncooked. And then I just put it on the fridge, and every day I just take one of the containers, and that's my 600 grams of desmillo, which accounts for 160 grams of protein, animal protein, which is very important. Um, as I am training to gain strength. Um, and so basically, this is my main source of proteins and calories and everything, right? I also do like 1 liter of milk. I like Alpura brand in Mexico. I also use 100 grams of cream. In this case, I use Primavera cream. I have a lot of issues with creams in Mexico because they usually have like additives, stuff, so they last longer. They have different texture and so on. And the one that I found that has less, but still, is the Primavera Menonita cream. So I've been using that. I usually put the meat on the microwave, add 50 grams of cream, and that's it. And then I also make some coffee milkshakes with protein, you could say. That's what I use the milk and the protein powder for. I usually take like 3 scoops of protein a day. Um, and yesterday, well, I had a mango, so I had to finish it. 2 oranges, 3 grams, 300 grams of free yogurt, 4 boiled eggs because I was very hungry, and then some cheese, some Philadelphia cheese, and some Gouda cheese. And today is kind of similar. 600 grams of this millo, 100 grams of cream, the milk, the scoops of protein powder. Whey is so. It's the isolate version, but I didn't add it here. I mean, it doesn't have too much difference in the number of macros. I also, it's not vanilla, it's usually chocolate. So chocolate and vanilla combined sometimes. I still had one orange. I had some yogurt. The Philadelphia cheese I added to the meat to, because it was somewhat salty. Like I said, I need to try 20 grams instead of 30 grams for the 3 kilos. And this helped me with that. I also use 2 limes, or limones, as we say here in Mexico, for the meat, but I don't like that because it's just a little extra. There's not much calories there or carbohydrates or anything. And then I have some cebollitas cambrai, which I don't remember what's the name in English, shallots or something like that. It's like the small onions. You could say small. It's like onions, but small, and they have a long green tail. You could say. And this is basically I will be 780 calories over my my regular small deficit. Because I'm not hungry anymore, I'm just gonna remove the Gouda cheese. I don't think I will need it. Basically, I'm done for the day. I already ate all of this. So basically, use 358 calories over my normal calorie usage, you could say. And so basically, this is what I ate today. 100 grams of carbohydrates. And basically, I'm following this diet because I'm kind of a diabetic. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. So I was like 300 pounds, even over that, a few years back. But I got into the gym, into diet, and that has been helping me. At one point, I used insulin to control my sugar, my blood sugar, but when you use insulin, it's just harder because you eat a lot of carbs. Those carbs create a great spike. You use insulin to control that spike, but usually it's very hard to calculate how much insulin do you need. So usually you either overshot or undershot. And if you overshot, you need to consume more carbohydrates for that insulin that you took. And if you don't, you might die. You can die using insulin. It's a dangerous substance, you could say. So yeah. So I stopped using that. I joined the gym. I started working out. I tried to control my carbohydrates. I tried to control my diet. I tried to control my weight. And this is what has been working for me. Hopefully someone might get some help from here. I guess there are people that are doing better than me, So they might have a better diet. But might be people that are worse than me, and this might be helpful for them. So I'm sharing this, and hopefully someone looks at this and say, I can do this diet. This can work for me. My my way of doing this thing is trying to keep it simple. Keeping it simple helps me. Like, I don't care if I eat 1 time a day. Um, the thing is that I don't try to have too much variety because it's harder to log. Adding a lot of foods and so on and so on and so on. So it's easier to lose track of it. Um, so my kind of diet is very simplified. I don't consume too much vegetable or fruits at all. Just because I have the orange, I like them, with the Greek yogurt. That's why I use them. But besides that, it's usually animal products because, from my understanding, which is pretty prehistoric, you could say, very barbaric, very simple. The animal proteins are superior to the plant proteins, and that's why I use mostly animal protein. And I like to keep my protein high because I'm training, and my deficit is very very small. So I try to stay under 255 and over 245. That's my sweet spot to keep building strength. I'm building strength very slowly, but I'm building strength. So that means some of the fat is being converted to muscle, hopefully. I mean, if the weights are going on when you live and your body weight is staying the same, I guess you are building more muscle mass. Hopefully. So, yeah, this is my diet. For tomorrow, well, what I do is the following. I just copy what I have for the next day. Some people might say, this is too much protein. You're gonna die. This has been working for me. My blood sugars have been not perfect, but stable. Like some of my numbers are on the 80s in the afternoon, but I still wake up with a little high blood sugar, 130 or something like that. So, yeah. I think I fucked it up. Yeah, I fucked it up. So let me remove this from here. So tomorrow, meat, cream, milk. I don't have an orange, so I'm gonna remove that. And then we might add some cheese. Yes. I wish you could copy a full day over to the next day. That would be so much easier for me, because usually I eat the same every day for simplicity. It's just so much easier than trying to have different meals every day. I don't get bored of the same food. So yeah, I think I want a bigger deficit tomorrow than today. Because I'm gonna make a trip in a few days and I want to be lighter because I want to eat there, I want to lose some weight while still, having some fun at the place where I'm going to be. So I'm gonna remove the cheese. This has me 48 calories over my target, which is fine. That's fine. I also need something for Tuesday. For Tuesday, I guess I'm gonna do the same, Yeah, I'm gonna do the same for Tuesday. Planning helps. Planning your meals helps a lot. If you have the food already there, you're not gonna overeat. You're gonna eat what you have. So on Tuesday, we are gonna be where we want to be, I guess. I guess I could try to, to reduce this even more. Still hitting my protein goals with a small calorie deficit. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is what I want. This is what I want. So yeah. If you have any questions about my diet, if I can help you to manage your diabetes, um, your diet, if you want to lose weight, I hope you can use this as an example of what you can do, and hopefully it's going to help someone out there. That's it. See ya.